Hello, everyone, and a very good evening. Welcome to IMPA Featured Consultant of the Month. Here with at IMPA Vadodara today, we have with us a very active member who has been with us for almost more than 4 years, Miss Nirmita Desai. Hello, Nirmita. Good
Hi
evening.
Manosh, good evening. How are you?
Very well. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Great. So, Nirmita, before we jump into what you entering the field of image management, tell us something about your life before becoming an image consultant.
So before becoming an image consultant, I done my graduation in literature, so English literature and sociology. Then I went abroad to study community management, working with communities, community development from a sociological frame of perspective. I also did a lot of one-on-one counseling. I used to organize trainings, workshops, film festivals, panel discussions. So I did a bit of both, working with people, and then I also used to do the back end. So writing annual reports, submitting reports to the funding bodies, asking for more money, and um, uh, doing a bit of both. So working with people and working behind the scenes. Then I came back here for personal reasons, and then I found my way into image consulting.
So, how has your journey as an image consultant been?
So it's been a beautiful journey. It's seen its up and down, it's seen its ups and downs. I started this. I came to know through word of mouth. I came and met Miss Hina Masan, the center head
Right,
at Vadodara,
right.
and then since then there's been no looking back. And I'm glad, more than glad. I'm blessed and very grateful that I took this decision and I jumped right in. So for me, it was a very intuitive decision. I did not get into much research and what is image management. What attracted me was that it was giving me the space to work on myself also, because I'd
Okay.
come back from Australia. The transition was not easy.
I'm sure. I'm sure. And since the time that you have been in this field, or even before the time that you joined, was there at any given point of time this thought that is this profession lucrative or not? And did you have any second thoughts on it?
So, as I mentioned earlier, there were no second thoughts. It was intuition all the way. So, it was intuition that led me to come here, take admission. Though I made my progress, I started with one program, then took on another, and then took on the full-fledged offering of ICBI,
All
and
right.
also and also IMPA membership. So, but what attracted me most, or what I found the most lucrative, was that it enhanced me personally, because this transition was very difficult. you
True.
know
True.
Staying alone, having your independence, having space, to coming back. So it was like I was struggling to live in my own home. I was neither at home nor at place. So while I
Right.
was there, the struggle was, you speak English too good for an Indian. So
Right.
I it was reversed this time. So I struggled being here, but when I came into this field, uh, it was it was very beautiful. I could work on myself. I could work on areas, and I could enhance myself, and then have the same opportunity to touch many more lives. So, and it is a very respectable profession. It's safe, and also, yes, there is the package that comes with it. So it's an overall package that comes with this program. So
Right.
it was lucrative.
Great, great. So I know you close to now, Nirmita, for about 4 years, and you have been very active with our chapter in terms of your writing skills, because you've written multiple knowledge resource for IMPA. You've also, whenever we've had an event or something, you've always come forward to write on the scripts part. So tell us something about how do you relate writing with your work in the field of image management and the current projects that you're working on?
So that's a great question, Manoj. So because coming from a background that had got nothing to do with corporates, that had nothing to do with how well you were groomed. So I don't come from that background. I come from
Right,
being with people and then being behind the scenes kind of a background.
right,
So, and my basic graduation being literature for. So I know we're talking about a success story, but there have been times when I've questioned myself that what are you doing here? Your skill set is very different. So then I went back and I did my own SWOT analysis, like how we do for our clients. I did it for myself.
Right.
Strengths. So writing came as the number one strength. Then came presenting a document, and then came, maturity and, the ability to work under pressure and being resilient. So, so if I'm talking about my strengths, one of the areas that I needed to improve on was makeup, because I don't know makeup. That's something that I'm learning and I still learn.
Okay.
So when I saw all these strengths, they far outweighed what I needed to be worked upon. So then I slowly started, then I became a member of IMPA much later. So then there was an opportunity to write a knowledge resource. So I jumped in, I'd love to write. I wrote, there were a few changes requested and suggested. I worked on them. Then I did my second one, which went through very easily. And then the third one, and then the ball has been rolling. I had a wonderful opportunity to write the script, which I think you must remember and were a part of, this Chaviye Khoj.
Correct. Chaviye Khoj, the project.
So that was like the icing on the cake, that, that put the stamp, this is why I am here.
Right.
So I worked with the psychological nuances as well as the appearance nuances. So that's when I found the perfect ikigai, that image management works even in writing.
Right. And do you think with the current work projects that you're doing, so like if I am putting it correctly, let's say if the science of image management not only applies to clothes, but you can apply it even with words, and that's what you're doing through the skills of writing.
Absolutely. So right now I'm working on the website content for a financial firm.
Okay.
I'm working as an instructional designer for a tech firm. So wherein I design training modules in small bits and pieces. So I've created modules on transaction analysis, but they're only for 20 minutes. I've done modules on Johari window. I've done modules on leadership. So they're all 20 minutes modules. So that is all very classical, very classic. So that's when I realized that the frame that image management taught me, from delicate to dramatic, I use it here too. So for designing trainings, again, it's classic. For my financial firm's work, I'm again in the classic range. I work with a small jewelry designer. For her, I can play between delicate to dramatic because her jewelry pieces are along those lines.
Right.
So I realized that, this fits beautifully to give you the frame of reference for writing. I can choose my tonality based on this scale. I choose how the story will flow based on this scale. And also going back to principles of design. So how principles of design teaches us rhythm, unity, harmony, balance. The same thing applies to writing, that, the writing has to be balanced. It has to have a rhythm. It has to have a flow. It has to have unity. It can't just be, all the words have to be on the same dance floor. They can't be separate.
The words have to be on the same dance floor.
Absolutely.
So, putting that also into perspective, another thought that comes to me is that using the same science, can we also say that one can also try to find out a person's personal style through the words or the language that they use to write? So even that resonates with one's personal style, which is also in clothing.
Yes. So when I start these writing projects, what I do is I've created a questionnaire which is based off the personal style. So from the personal style, I make markings about what is the adjective this client most identifies with, and then it automatically falls into the continue.
Right.
So and when I present a document, I know that it has to fall in this range.
Right.
You can know a lot more. Actually, you can tell a lot more about the person from the words they use and choose. Like you can tell a lot from the clothing and the appearance, that
Wow.
that you range from classical to romantic, from romantic to classic, and classic to dramatic. It's the same way, your words tell a story.
So through this conversation to all our viewers, this is a message that we also thought you can get, that yes, the science of image management just does not apply or is restricted to clothing, but it's also applicable in when you're writing or when you're expressing yourself with the power of words.
Absolutely. So when you meet a person for an interview, we form impressions, in the first 7 seconds. So even your document, whether it's your resume, whether it's a cover letter, whether it's a report that you've written, what tone, what language, you sending out impressions continuously, more so now in the current scenario where your digital resume goes first before you have a chance to get on Zoom.
True.
And I've also discovered that it's not just words, there's a lot of things that we can do with this science. So I also work with kids who have special needs. So I apply some concepts to enhance their image, to build their life skills. At the same time, also use the knowledge of soft skills and my psychology background to make the parents, educate them that this is the condition and this is how we can move forward.
Wow, great. So one last question, Nirmita, from us is, we would like to know, and if you could share with all the viewers over here, how did IMPA play a role in drafting your roadmap to success?
So IMPA played a huge role, and I would be. It is not an overestimation, or it's not flattery. It is the truth. It is a candid confession that IMPA played a major role in where I've reached today or where I'm en route to go. So IMPA has always given me the opportunity to write, to submit work, to write a script, to design an event. If you remember, we did something called Let's Be Kind to Our Mind.
Correct.
Then the script of Chavi. So, and more recently, been able to guide somebody to publish their own blog on the IMPA blog post.
Right.
So IMPA has only given me opportunities and opportunities after opportunities. So it's played, it's been a catalyst to my success, if I may say so.
Thank you, Nirmita. And IMPA also expresses its gratitude in return. Likewise, we are very happy to have an active member like you with us in this chapter, and you've always come forward to believe in the chapter to do good work. And on this note, we would like to thank you for sharing your journey and experiences for this particular feature that you are doing with us. And we wish you all the best for your success and growth ahead. And on behalf of my chapter secretary, Ms. Meghna Soni, me, Mehernosh Darwala, and all of us here at IMPA Barodara, we wish everyone to stay healthy and stay safe. And thank you once again.
Thank you, Mehernosh.
Thank you, Nirmita.